Dcryptofan, what's going on, man? Y'all got me on a Saturday. We out here today, man. What's going on, man? You got me out here, man. We're gonna talk about some XRP news. My ankle been hurting, so I'm like, you know what? Since I'm off, I ain't doing anything till later. I said, let me come on the chat, man, see what's going on. I usually don't do Saturdays. I think this is the second Saturday I've done. So I said, you know what? Let me come on. We'll talk about some XRP news. I don't really do Saturdays, but you know what? We've been on fire. So I said, you know what? I'm free. I ain't doing anything for a little bit. I ain't going out anywhere until later on tonight. So you know what? Let me come on here when I'm relaxing. And you know, when I relax, when I talk to y'all. So guess what? Y'all got me here on a Saturday. What's going on, beautiful people? It's Dcryptofan. So we're gonna talk about a recap. We recapped yesterday, but guess what? We're recapping again. We're gonna recap what's going on. And also, I wanted to get into Charles Hoskinson throwing jabs at XRP, man. If you just tuned in as Dcryptofan, what I would do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn, no hype, no cap. And you know I do all the replays right back on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, come join us on TikTok. It's an open forum. I answer all your questions. You know what I mean? You go live. So if you guys just tune in as Dcryptofan, I know we usually don't do Saturdays. You usually see me on weekdays. Usually on weekdays I'm coming on 7:30, but you know what? It's a Saturday. We out here, man. Yeah, so let's see what's going on the weekend. I don't know if people might be doing. Usually my crowd, we see maybe they might be doing something on the Saturday, but we out here. So let's talk about it, man. So you already know about Coinbase. I wanted to talk about that. Let's recap about Coinbase. Then we'll talk about the Clarity Act and what Trump talked about, and then we'll talk about the DTC. We'll talk about that. But I also want to get into Charles Hoskins. Charles Hoskins from Cardano is taking shots at XRP. That came out of nowhere. I thought they were back cool again. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Tar Heel, what's going on? What's going on, broski? What's going on? How you doing, man? We out here, man, on a Saturday, man. Yeah, I was, you know, my ankle swollen, so I just came out here, you know what I'm saying? Decrypto fan, you know what time it is. What's going on, Tar Heel? What's going on, my brother? You already know, gang, gang. We out here, man. Crypto gang, gang, we out here, man. Just did on a recap of the week, even so we did a recap yesterday. So come on, we do another recap. So I wanted to talk about it. So Cardano creator Charles Hoskins taking jabs at Ripple XRP. So the cryptocurrency space thrives on debates and rivals and outspoken voices, and few exchanges drawing attention. Reactions clash between Cardano's creator and Brad Garlinghouse, XRP. So they're going back and forth with their ideology. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it going. Their interaction highlighted contrasting philosophies in blockchain governance, the regulatory strategy, market position, while offering community a window into the major players perceive each other. So basically, they're trying to show you how Charles Hoskin and basically how Brad Garlinghouse see each other. You know what I'm saying? They at one time, you know, when people used to say there can only be one, even so, XRP and Cardano do totally two different things. But there was a time where I never seen Brad really going at anybody. I've never seen XRP really go at everybody. I've always seen people go after XRP and Brad Garlinghouse. That's one thing I have to put it out there. But Charles Hoskinson should really go after XRP, but he calmed down after a while and he threw some praises at XRP's way. But I guess things have changed since that Clarity Act and since that XRP got an ETF and Cardano didn't, which is wild. I'm surprised that Cardano didn't get an ETF and Doge did. That's very wild. And it might be because Charles Hoskin, I'm not gonna hold you. He has Charles has a way of expressing himself, and he had a lot to say. He had a lot to say on his opinion on Trump and WLFI, and his and also his I'm trying to choose my words wisely, and also his interest in the business. You know what I'm saying? That right there, you know what I'm saying? First of all, y'all already know, better not be sending people no messaging. You get send people messages, you send people messages, you send people these messages and stuff like that, you're gonna go ahead and get hacked. So yeah, Cardano, yeah, sorry, I had to hack that person, but I had to block that. I said hack that person. I had to block that person. But yeah, the real Derek Jackson, yeah, man, Cardano has been throwing jabs at XRP. He slowed down because you know what happened is Cardano opened a wallet that holds certain coins, and XRP, Bitcoin, and Cardano are one of the three coins. So it's kind of wild because Cardano, Charles Hoskin, he's he calmed down with beefing with Ripple, but boy, lately he's been on fire. He's been beefing with everybody lately, Charles Hoskin. You know what I'm saying? And Charles Hoskin's one of those people there that speaks his mind, but he's one of the bright minds that's out there. People respect him because he's also a co-founder in most people don't know he's also a co-founder in Ethereum. So don't sleep on Vintage Black. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Vintage Black? What's going on? Good afternoon, brother. What's going on? How you doing, man? We out here, gang. You know what I'm saying? I got a swollen ankle. I'm not going out anywhere till later. So I said, you know what? Let me go talk to my people and see if they're gonna show up and see what's going on. Let me talk to my crypto gang, and do this. You know, work a little overtime. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build this. Trying to build this up, and I'm like, you know what? I was looking at all the analytics and everything, and I'm like, yo, you know what? Anything you want to grow in life, you got to work hard for, and it seems like we're right there. We're right there at getting to where we need to get to. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I wanted to get into this article. So yeah, so Charles Hoskin, yeah, so he's going after Brad Garlinghouse because of his thoughts on the Clarity Act, actually. So this is wild. So I guess this was reported on Jungle News. So in Jungle News, they said news recently shared on video clip Cardano creator commenting on Ripple. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all want to hear it. I could play it. This is
But I don't believe on the surface this is going to have any impact on EOS, Polkadot, Tezos, Cardano, Ethereum, or S2 for the time being. This is an older matter, and this is something that's probably been going on now for 2 or 3 years behind the curtains between the Ripple company and whatever the hell they call themselves these days, and the Securities Exchange Commission. And no amount of putting Ben Loskis on your board or other things are going to resolve that. It's just something that's going to work its way out one way or the other. Now, what's interesting is the company that issued XRP, they sold about $1.2 billion worth of tokens over the years, mostly through retail channels to people throughout the space, according to Masari. And there's about 8 years of history there, good, bad, and ugly. And there have been some prior enforcement actions where fines were paid.
So he's taking a shot at on XRP. He's talking about there's somebody that's for the last 8 years that's been selling their XRP and sold $1.25 billion of the XRP. And he's basically talking about the lawsuit with the part where XRP, Ripple, were selling not to retail, but selling to institutions. So that's what he's talking about. But he's talking about there's somebody that's been selling for $1 billion. Yeah. So yeah, man. So it's crazy. Charles Hoskin's taking his shot out there. Just wanted to play that. I know we was using that, but hey, it's Saturday. So let's keep it going. So let's break it down. So recently, the shared video clip of Cardano commenting Ripple on XRP. He didn't hold back. He referred to Ripple as the company with whatever the hell they call themselves these days. You heard what he said? So Cardano, Charles Hoskinson says, yo, I don't know what Ripple, whatever they call themselves, because you got Ripple Prime, Ripple Net, you got XRP Ledger. So he's basically saying with all those names and all those things that's going on, he's like, yo, he's taking a shot. The remark underscored his skepticism on the set tone of his broader critic. Ripple legal and regulatory challenges are largely self-contained and unlikely affect other major blockchain networks, including EOS, Polkadot, Tezos, Ethereum, and Cardano itself. Yo, he ain't playing, man. And he'll say it's wild that he takes these shots at that. So listen to this. Cardano creator emphasized the SEC lawsuit against Ripple has been unfolding quietly over the past 2 to 3 years. He argued that on-board changes and high-profile appointments could swiftly resolve it deeper compliance issues by framing the digital dispute old news behind the curtains. That's why you're talking about Charles Hoskinson talking about. See what I'm saying? So this so this is wild, man. Charles taking the shot there, man. And this is the part right here. This is the part that Charles was talking about. He also highlighted XRP's historical token sales, noting Ripple issued roughly 1.2 billion worth of tokens, mostly through retail channels. This long and complex history, he argued, includes both achievements and regulatory fines, painting a picture of a project repeatedly navigating challenges without attempting to maintain market presence. Let me tell you, man, he's wild. But this is the part this is really what it boils down to. I'm saying this is another day. This is you know what I'm saying? Look, this is the part right here. So this is the part here that gets it right here. In contrast, Cardano methodological development, the decentralized governance model offers a different approach to risk and transparency, a point the creator subtly refined through his commentary, right? So listen, he says right here, we are X, follow us, connect with us. Okay, this cat's wild. The commentary followed with public back and forth with Brad and Garlinghouse, where philosophy differences clear. This is where it hits right here. So Charles Hoskinson and Cardano creator emphasized the need to perfect the Clarity Act. So what he's saying, Charles Hoskinson says that he wants the Clarity Act to be perfect. You guys know what the Clarity Act is. We talked about it a million times. This is where they decide which coins are security and which coins are commodity. Okay? And remember, now Charles is hot now. You know why Charles is hot? We'll break it down now. All right, check this out. You want to know why Charles Hoskinson is hot? This is a part of it because there's 8 coins that got ETFs before January 1st. And these coins, and I didn't even know this, but we were all watching these ETFs. We were waiting for these ETFs because we thought these coins would explode. But these coins were moving very fast. They were moving so fast. They were moving faster when the shutdown happened. So what happened now with these coins, this is wild. This is very, very wild now. So what happened with these coins on January 1st, these ETFs automatically got considered a commodity. So don't have to worry about jurisdiction. They don't have to worry about trying to prove if they're a commodity or if they're SEC. So when Charles Hoskinson is talking about, it needs to be perfect, there's a reason why he wants it to be perfect. Because he ain't got an ETF. He has to fight to become a commodity still. So there's always understand where the argument's coming from. But let's keep it going. The Cardano creator emphasized the need for perfect clarity, while Garlinghouse defended the Clarity Act is a step forward for crypto regulations in the United States, regardless the perceived flawness of the current Clarity Act. So now, check this out. So now Brad Garlinghouse from XRP, he takes a different way of looking at it. He looks at it like, listen, man, we just need this Clarity Act done because he spent his $200 million. He's already got XRP considered a commodity. So he's like, yo, just get this thing done so we can go ahead and move on. He's like, yo, just get this done. So now these laws and these things are done so we can start moving XRP at scale. Because when these laws are done, now he can go ahead and do his deal with Coinbase that we reported. Okay. We just reported to you now the XRP with Prime XRP Ripple with their brokerage, Ripple Prime, the institution, now hooks up to Coinbase, where they could do trades on derivatives and also buy 4 coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. Yeah, you see how this is going? So now you think Brad Garlinghouse cares about the Clarity Act being perfect? Listen, he's already in. He doesn't care about yields. What when you see Coinbase, Brian Armstrong and them fighting for, they fighting for those yields. Yeah. So Brad Garlinghouse, he's like, yo, just go ahead and clean this up so we can get it out. But now, of course, Charles Hoskinson, he's going to take a different approach because he wants to be a commodity. Right now, they're going ahead, they already filed the S1 amendment to become an ETF. Yeah. Cardano's pushing the ETF. Do not get confused. Cardano, Charles Hoskinson is one of the smart people. He crazy now, in people's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Let's put it this way. I don't say the man's crazy. I just say that the man is going to speak his opinion. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Truth. What's going on? What's going on, Crypto Gang Gang? What's going on, brother? See you, man. You're saying, Vintage, Yahoo, he says, Yahoo, the professor has highlighted why ADA won't lead the crypto industry. Let me tell you. Oh, yeah, I want to take a look at that, man. But yeah, Charles Hoskinson, he'll speak his mind, but there's no, appreciate the love. The man's smart. Let me tell you something. They're smart over there. They're smart contracts they're doing over there with secure contracts. I'm not going to lie to you. Cardano, they're very smart. The industry respects Cardano. If they had, like, see, Brad's meant for the part. Brad is meant for part. Don't get me wrong. David Schwartz will speak his mind too now. David Schwartz will speak his mind also. I'm not going to hold you. I see you, Truth. Appreciate the love. I ain't going to hold you now. David Schwartz, him and Charles Hoskinson remind me of each other, but just Charles Hoskinson go a little bit harder with his opinions. You know what I'm saying? David Schwartz will speak his opinions though, but David Schwartz will know, like, I don't know if Brad and Arturo and Chris Larson pulling back, like, yo, relax. But Charles Hoskinson don't let nobody pulling. They don't look like nobody going to tell him to relax. I'll tell you right now, he ain't got no pause. That man went after Trump. Let me tell you, he's going after everybody. He ain't as wild as your boy from Strategy, Michael Saylor. He that boy there. That was one time when that boy right there was a Bitcoin maxi to the next level. You heard me? But anyway, let's keep it going. So this is the part right here. So the Clarity Act, Brad Garlinghouse defends the Clarity Act is a step forward for crypto regulation in the United States, regardless of the perceived flawless of the current act. Because XRP's already in. They want this done. Because once this is done now, remember, they're already approved in UK. They already got the EMI license. The FCCA is already, they're good. They're good with MiCA. They're good with MiCA a long time ago. We already know that. And they just got the license, a month ago? I think I reported like a month ago. I think it was that 3 weeks ago. They got the EMI license in Luxembourg. Yeah. They had the green light in UK. They got to have the license by now in UK. You already know I told you about what's going on in Japan. So it's only here. We need clarity here. This is all. So from Brad Garlinghouse perspective, which is Ripple, he's like, yo, I just want the Clarity Act to get done. Now, Cardano, of course, Charles Hoskinson is going to take a different approach, which we all would, because it's all good. You're already in. But at the same time, they spent $200 million. They spent $27 million on Trump's election. So they paid to play. Ethereum a long time ago, remember, Ethereum already played to play with the Hinman. So everybody who's in there is paid to play. Your boy Charles Hoskinson like, yo, I ain't paying nothing. Your boy Charles Hoskinson, you ain't holding me up. I'm too smart for that. And them boys, hey, them boys, hey. See, like, them boys is like, yeah, you ain't gonna pay? All right. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. Ripple, XRP, used to take that same approach like Cardano. Ripple XRP used to take that same approach like Cardano. You see what that got them? That got them a goddamn, that got them a lawsuit, got us delisted. It got us delisted from every exchange but Uphold. Hey, they got us delisted. Hey, it took our XRP. We thought we was about to win. We were buying for 27 cents. We ran up to $1.80. Them boys came with a lawsuit, stepped on our neck. I was like, damn, what happened? I was new in the game. That was 2019, 2020. I was new. I didn't know what's going on. Then I saw the Hinman speech and I seen what's going on. Them cats is paying. They paying. It's different. Okay? Even with the Clarity Act. You see with the Clarity Act, where I told y'all it's on hold? Y'all probably thinking, why the hell does the exchange, the crypto exchange, got enough talk to stop JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, what else? Wells Fargo. You gonna hold up them cats, a crypto exchange? They talk about crypto. They say crypto's going nowhere. They say crypto's a fad. They say, you know what remind me like? You know how crypto remind me of? You know what crypto remind me of? Crypto remind me of rap in 1979 to 1984. They thought it was going to be a fad. I was there. We came from Michael Jackson and Kool and the Gang. Yeah, there was Madonna, Cyndi Lauper. You didn't have that much stuff to, yeah. You didn't. Even when you saw the Sugar Hill Gang, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? But boy, when Run DMC came, Houdini came, Beastie Boys, but boy, when that boy LL came, boy, ooh Lord. When bad boy LL came, ooh Lord, that was a game changer. When that boy LL came, I'm bad, 16 years old, making more than your pops. When you're rebellious and your father, you had, I mean, my stepfather at that time, boy, that boy right there, he'll ground you for like, hey, that time my stepfather, he'll ground you for a year. Bam! You be like, what? Not 2 weeks, a year. And you ain't seen no, and I mean for real, a year. Tell you right now, right? A year. Bow. Ground you. He was the SEC. Ground you. Bow. Straight up. You come out, hey, you get free for like 4 or 5 days. You do one mistake. I'm Haitian. You do one mistake. You come in 5 minutes late. Bah, another year. Bah. You're like, what? You're like, wait a second, man. I was just outside for 4 days. This man, bah, another year. Like, what? You stand out the window. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when you become an adult, boy, you earn your stripes. Well, nobody can tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, the point I was trying to make, this crypto thing is just like rap when it first came out. They thought it was going to be a fad. And then the next thing you know, it's the biggest genre ever. The biggest export, the biggest money. So on everything is getting exploited, making all type of money. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And that's the exact same thing with crypto. People thought it was a fad. But you think a fad could go ahead. You know these cats right here, you know what made them really stop Congress? This man, Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, if I look at my post that I put there, that man spent $130 million. He spent $130 million. And not only that, that's in the Trump election, to put people in place in seats, basically put people in Senate, back them up, people that are pro crypto, basically like, yo, I'm gonna back you up in election. Here's 4 million for you. Here's 10 million for you. Here, president. Here's to now. I'm like, oh, this is why these people put a time out. Say, we want to hear this man on the Clarity Act. This man spent $130 million. And guess what? It's legal. They got something they call in America. They got something they call America. Some real pimping thing they call in America. You know what it's called? There's some real pimp stuff. You know what it's called? It's called a lobbyist. It's legal. It's called a lobbyist. It's very, very legal. That's how you think. How you think they had cigarettes out there? I quit smoking cigarettes going 3 years. But how you think for all that time there you had cigarettes, something that on the box that says that has cancer, right? It says it has cancer, and it still sell it. Because the lobbyists The lobbyists go out there and they do the move, and that's why they put cigarettes out there. Yeah. Why you think insurance is so high? This because they pay lobbyists to go out there to get into these people's ear. Yeah. So you see the Hinman speech, when I brought up the Hinman speech. So basically what the Hinman speech is, this was the cap on the SEC that sat in the seats. So what happened is they're saying Vitali, which he went to go meet Vitali, and mind you sitting on that seat. You can't do that. That's like a judge going to go meet up with a dope boy. That's like a judge going to meet up with a dope boy. What are you talking about? That's what it is. That's what it is. The dope boy say, "No, I ain't no dope boy. I own a car wash. I own the cleaners. I own a rap studio." And the judge is meeting up with him. That's what the chairman SEC was meeting up with Vitali. At that time, Bitcoin was the only coin that was considered not a security. It was considered a commodity. All of a sudden, Ethereum got in there because they broke bread. Me and my homeboy, I used to complain to my homeboy like, "Yo, why XRP playing, man? You know what type of the game is. You got to spend that money, baby. You putting us through all this, spend that money." And guess what they did? They spent that money. And then guess what? They got through that door. That lawsuit dropped. Bah. 9 men taking pictures with the president. Bah. I didn't make up the rules. Okay? I'm pretty sure they didn't want to do it that way. They tried to do it the real way. Compliant. Beg the SEC for the truth. Please, Mr. Gensler. Mr. Gensler, please let me in. What can I do to get it right? Gensler's like, "You can't get it right. The banks is paying me." This Saturday is wild, huh? This is different now. Now, usually I don't talk like this, but it's Saturday. You know what? It's Saturday. We're gonna do something different than we usually talk. We're gonna break it down. Like, we're gonna do some real talk. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different now. This is friend to friend now. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we talking. Tell them truth. I see the truth. Tell them. You know what I'm saying? He's XR. The truth. See the truth says that XRP had to take the hit to set the trend. So basically he's talking about when he's saying take the hit, XRP had to do the lawsuit. XRP had to go appeal, go through a Torres, and everybody who was in that XRP lawsuit, man, we sat there and watched delays after delays, man. And there was people that so optimistic. You know, people optimistic. It feel like people that were cowboy fans and Dolphin fans. You know what I'm saying? It's like, y'all know life don't work like that. Like me, I knew. My homeboy's like, "Nah, it's gonna end up in a year and a half." I said, "Listen, they're gonna take this as long as it can go." Because Gensler is fighting this. I said, "This is gonna go as long as the delays can go." Straight up, I knew it. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you. I knew this was gonna go long. You want to tell you I knew why this was gonna go long? Pause. The reason why I know this was gonna go long is because you had the Democrats, okay, that were fighting this so hard. And I knew what it was. You had the old TradFi, which is the old banking system that's fighting now. They don't want to let go of the wheel. You wouldn't either. You don't want to let go of the wheel either. Think about this right now, right? You blame the banks? You've been making money easy for the last 200 years. Ain't nobody coming. Here comes some new technology, some new young gunner talking about he gonna come take away all your deposits and savings, your $6.6 trillion. What you talking about? You like, hey, so now you go like, hey, the old system, you like, guess what, man? This thing is, somebody come and say, "Yo, listen, this thing legit. These cats got that technology. They coming to take over the system." You like, hey, you gonna tell them, "Listen, man, slow that down. Slow that down, dog. Because we're gonna lose everything real quick. Slow these cats down while we can figure a way to do this." You got me? You understand what I'm saying? So now, this is where you, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I could be wrong now. This is my opinion. And this has nothing to do with buying crypto or nothing. This is my opinion on how they're slowing it down. So now, here comes your boy for the SEC, Gensler. He come here to stomp on everything and slow things down, right? Then you got the FUD coming through. The FUD, meaning fear, uncertainty, and doubt, is being spread by big institutions. The same institutions that are talking garbage about crypto. The same institutions now that are investing trillions of dollars in crypto. So that tells me why y'all was trying to slow it down. JP Morgan Chase said it was garbage, said it was drug money. Your boy from BlackRock, Larry Fink, said it was a Ponzi scheme. Y'all seen it. I posted it. I ain't making this up. Now, they're at the World Forum saying this is the best thing forever. They saying that they go to the point where, guess what? BlackRock said they're going to go ahead and take their whole portfolio and tokenize it. Okay? They're just like the beginning. Just like the beginning. It's like rap. They said rap was bubblegum music. They said rap was a fad. They said it was drug dealing music. They said it was this type of music, dope boy music. Now you hear country singers doing rap. You hear rap in Japan, rapping Europe. Caps is rapping in every language known to mankind. Yeah. It's like reggae. Some people take reggae. They took reggae and they took reggae and called it reggaeton. And they forgot where it even came from. Yeah. I seen it in my own eyes. Yeah. It's like tokenization. The next thing you know, these banks now that we're calling crypto, now they're going to allow their customers to buy crypto on their exchange. You see what they did? They slowed it down so they can get themselves structured, until they could build an infrastructure, until they were ready. That's what the institutions did. They slowed it down till they can get ready. And then guess what they did? They passed laws to sneak in before January. Real wild. People didn't even peep that ETF action there. Telling you, man. I'm just telling you right now, man. This Saturday, man, we might as well talk about it, man. Right? Let's go, man. So let's get about it. So when you see Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, reason why we got in this conversation, it's because of when I was talking about the Clarity Act, Charles Hoskinson don't want to spend that money. So I'm just showing you how this money has been spent and why these cats have a voice. Why you got Brad Garlinghouse everywhere. He went and spent that money. Why you got the banks actually fighting against Coinbase. Listen, they spent $130 million. All right? JP Morgan Chase, okay? You heard Trump. He ain't feeling them boys. You heard he ain't feeling them boys. He talking about they were freezing his accounts, doing all kind of wild stuff. And then Trump came out. And I'm not laughing about this. I'm just laughing about how real this is in real time. I'm laughing about how this is like a soap opera in real time. This is what I'm laughing at, okay? I'm not laughing about a Republican, Democrat. I'm laughing about, this happened in real time. So now, right, Trump got beef with the banks. So this man went on Truth Social this week. So Truth Social is basically Trump's version of TikTok on TikTok X, because he got kicked off of TikTok. Not TikTok, sorry, Twitter. Jesus, sorry. Off of Twitter. So his basically Truth Social, his version of Twitter, because he had got kicked off of Twitter before Elon Musk came and bought it and came back. So he started his own social media. It's called Truth Social. So he went on Truth Social. If y'all learned something, make sure you hit a like, make sure you hit subscribe. I don't know if y'all all knew that, but I'm dropping gems right now since we're talking about it. So right, so now Saturday. I usually don't come on Saturday. This is the second time I came on Saturday. So let's keep it. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. So now on Truth Social, he goes and he tells the banks they trying to undermine America and Americans. Yeah. So he says to the banks, stop trying to slow down, undermine Americans. He calls them out and says they made the most profit than they've ever made. He says they're trying to stop them for becoming the crypto capital of the world and give it to China and other countries. Even so, WLFI, his company that his and his son runs, his son's run, actually did a deal with a company in China that's called Aster, that's actually been tied to CZ, but CZ said he has nothing to do with it. But just say that right there. But anyway, that's irrelevant. But just want to put that fun fact out there. So anyway, so Trump says the banks need to go stop undermining it. And so you understand what the banks are doing. There's a fight between the banks and the exchanges. What's the fight about? Your money. Seriously, it's about your money. Swear to God. It's about the yield, the savings, and getting yields off the savings. So what happens is, what up, Brian? What's going on? What's going on, Crypto Gang? What's going on, man? I'm out here on Saturday. So what happens is, in real time, they're fighting over your savings, America Bank savings. So in America, all your I love you, bro. Hey, so right in America, right? All the coins. I'm sorry, all the coins. That boy got me. He gave me that fart coin, right? So listen. So check this out. All the savings in America comes out to $6.6 trillion. So basically, all your savings that you put in your banks in the savings account, it's all accumulative is $6.6 trillion. So the banks make 4 to 5% yearly on that, but they pay you 0.5, and they keep that 4 or 5. So basically, they make 230 billion to 340 billion every single year off your savings, and they pay you 0.5. Okay, so now, but they insure that money that you have in the bank up to $250,000, which is FDIC insured, right? So now follow me now. So now you have the exchanges like Coinbase. They're going to pay you the full 4 to 5% if you hold your money with them in USD or USDT, USDC. They're going to pay you the 4 to 5%. But if your $250,000 gets stolen, it's not insured. It's not FDIC insured. Those are the differences. So the banks right now, they're feeling scared. They're like, we don't trust that people going to stay with us. We think they're going to go in them crypto exchanges. They're going to want to join Brian Armstrong over there with Coinbase, where I got hacked for $54,000. So let me tell you that. I got hacked for $54,000, and Coinbase didn't give me that money back. Just let you know about that. Also, what I was going to say. What I was going to say now? Coinbase, the hack still hit me. You know what I'm saying? You see, I done lost my concentration thinking about getting hacked 54,000. But anyway, so basically, that's what the fight is about. Lost my concentration thinking about getting hacked 54,000. But anyway, so basically, that's what the fight is about. Brian said 7K for me. Damn, bro. See, Coinbase don't tell you about that part. So when you hear Brian Armstrong talking about he thinking about Americans, I tell you right now, he wasn't thinking about Americans when we got hacked. So don't listen to that's nonsense. Because just so you know, Coinbase last quarter made $364 million. That's right, $364 million that quarter. So that made over $1 billion off of fees, transferring your monies. So don't get it confused like Coinbase. Coinbase is making money also. All right, just want to put that in perspective. So we see the Clarity Act. That's what Trump was talking about when he said that. And then now, let's go into another phase. Let's talk about Coinbase. All right, the same Coinbase, but this time we're going to talk about Ripple Prime. So we talked about, if you just tune in as Dcryptofan, well, all we do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn, no hype, no cap. It's Saturday. I don't usually come out Saturday, but you know what? We out here. So I said we're going to recap this week, and I just saw Cardano talking. Charles Hoskinson talking. So I wanted to get into that because we don't really do gossip here. But you know what? It's Saturday, so I said let's do some gossip. Oh, real quick, because we don't really it's Saturday, so I said let's come with a different narrative. We got some fun with me and my folks because we talk a lot about a lot of serious stuff and building and crypto news. So you know what I'm saying? Let's talk, take some time to joke around and do that type of stuff, and we could talk some narratives, and you guys can learn a little bit of the history of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we talked about Charles Hoskinson. So that's why Charles Hoskinson was basic. So that's where he comes with that he feels when you see Brian Garlinghouse saying that he doesn't need it to be perfect. He's already in the building. Now Cardano, Charles Hoskins, he's saying he needs that Clarity Act to be perfect so that he can get in the building with Cardano. All right. So that's what's holding up now is the yields. So Trump is trying to push the banks to get over it so that they can move on with the Clarity Act so they can get back to business. Brad Garlinghouse wants them to get back to the Clarity Act to get the Clarity done so he can get back to business so you get XRP to be use that scale. Then you got this tokenized coins that want to start tokenizing RWAs, which are real world assets. So they need all of that to go through so things can start going at scale. So right now, the banks are holding it up. You know what I'm saying? And for me, honestly, I have no dog in the hunt. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really Coinbase. D Hill, what's going on? The D Hill's in the building. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the love and all the gifts, man. For me, I got no dog in the hunt. I lost $54,000 in Coinbase. They ain't do nothing for me. I've lost money in the banks. They got my money back. So, and if I'm gonna invest and hold money, I ain't gonna do it over there. You can put money in S&P 500 and get more than return than that. Straight up. I'm being honest with you. If you're gonna be doing it the traditional way, where you're not going to decentralize coming in this world. Thank you, dog man. Appreciate that love. If you're not coming in the decentralized world, coming to the crypto world, blockchain world, listen, go in the S&P 500. I'm in the S&P 500. Let me get last year was 25%. The year before that was 24. The year before that 18. And even when a bad year, it was 18 1.8%. 1.8%, then bounced back up, I think, to like 3%. So you had 3 years where you averaged 10%. That's not bad when you're talking about steady making monies. So people have to learn to be patient. This crypto thing is 12 years old. The S&P, go back 50 years, look and see what they've been doing. Just telling you. All right? Just telling you about right now. All right? River Rat, what's going on? It's Saturday. We're getting down to it. So just wanted to get into that. So let's get into that Coinbase. Okay? Let's get into that Coinbase and Prime, Ripple Prime. Now you got institutions. Institutions could go through Ripple Prime, which I'm going to drop this episode. That's why I want to talk about it, because I already talked about the DTC, what we're going to talk about. But Coinbase now, right? Coinbase is hooked up to institutions. So while y'all watching price and thinking this crypto's about to go nowhere, which I could feel you, because it's hard to be into something when you're watching your coins go down, when you're watching your hard-earned money that you work go down. I know how that feels, but I also been there when I saw that thing run up. And then you have regret that, damn, I wasn't buying. And I'm not telling you to buy. But back then, I didn't know what I know now. So what I'm doing is giving y'all the news, so at least y'all have the knowledge of what these asset classes do. So I want to have this conversation with y'all so y'all know what's going behind the scenes. So you know why Charles Hoskinson is saying what he's saying. So you know why Brad Garlinghouse has his stance. I'm explaining to you exactly how this story go. This is the real tea. This is like Diddy. This is like the war. This is all that stuff you're talking about. Inside this world, there's a lot of storylines going on. I'm going to break it down to you because this stuff does get exciting once you know who the players are. Once you know who the players are, this thing's like a soap opera, man. This is like All My Children when it was still going on. One Life to Live, General Hospital. This is like watching the NBA, straight up. And I'm giving you the score. I can't tell you who's going to win the game because you never know. That's why people watch sports, because you really know who's going to win the game. But you know, I bet you know which team to put your money behind by the way they've been performing. All right, but let's keep it going now. So now, Coinbase. All right? Let me tell you, boy. Hey, Brian, drop it. Brian already know what time it is. So check this out. So Coinbase now, right? You know how the banks and institutions, they've been so y'all know the way they feel about crypto recently, that's not how they've been feeling the last 3-4 years. They were scared of crypto. And a lot of them were scared because there was no regulations involved. They weren't there. So now there's a little bit regulations involved. So now Ripple, XRP, they've been doing a lot of moves in 2025. They've been spending a lot of money. You know Ripple is? That's the company that owns the majority of XRP. Okay, so when you look at Ripple, think of Ripple as a Apple, right? And think of XRP as the iPhone. The iPhone could be used by every company, but it's Apple. Ripple, XRP. And XRP came before Ripple, just to let you know. So now, check this out. This is when things get real crazy now. So now, Ripple, these cats are smart. Okay? They went ahead and they bought themselves a brokerage. You know what a brokerage is? That's where you can do trades. So like you see Charles Schwab, Robin Hood. You see all those, right? What else? E-Trade. You see all that stuff there? Those are brokerages. Right? They have exchanges they go on, but those are brokerage. Right? Fidelity, thank you. Merrill Lynch, thank you. Appreciate y'all. So these cats went and got a brokerage. It's called Hidden Road. So Hidden Road, these cats are smart. So when we talk about XRP, if you just tuned in, this Dcryptofan, this Saturday edition, breaking it down. You lucky we're going this right now. I don't do Saturdays, but I'm here right now, so let's go. And I'm dropping opinions. I usually don't do my opinions like that. So we're going deep. And let me tell you the backstories. This Saturday is different. So let's keep it going. So now, right? Ripple buys Hidden Road. Hidden Road does FX, derivatives, and crypto. So they bought a company called Hidden Road. Then they rename it Prime Legend. Sorry, I don't know why I say Prime Legend. That's what my homeboy, he's a rapper. But anyway, they go ahead and turn it to Ripple Prime. Right? So how these cats are slick. Instead of going ahead and try to build a company, go get registered, go get compliant, that might take 4 or 5 years. They said, we just buy one. And they were moving $3 trillion already. So they go ahead and buy this for $1.25 billion back in July. Then they rename it Ripple Prime in October. So now after they get all that done, these cats come real slick. They go ahead and hook up Ripple Prime to Wall Street. I'm going to get into that. But first, let me talk about Coinbase. Oh, yeah, they hooked up to Wall Street to $3 quadrillion. But pause. We're going to get in that. So now they go ahead, they buy this Ripple Prime. So Ripple Prime, remember, allows you to buy derivatives. Appreciate the love. Ripple Prime allows you to buy derivatives. Okay? So that means you can do futures, do bets. Okay? That's bets. That's legal gambling. Okay? Then they buy FX. Okay? You know FX trading. Then they got crypto trading. So now these cats is very slick. Because now they're compliant. They bought some that's compliant, that's already stock exchange could use, basically find them compliant. They bought some that's already compliant. So recently, they just got locked in with the DTCC. That's $3 quadrillion the system that keeps the accounting for the Wall Street. Then the SEC, they clear the money, the clearance. But these cats now, they went to do Coinbase. So what they did with that Ripple Prime, now institutions, meaning people that use the institutions that usually do stocks, they can go to Ripple Prime and buy Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, and XRP. Boom. See how slick these cats was? They said, we're going to give you a way to buy XRP. We're going to give institutions that deal with stocks and hedge funds, we're going to buy a brokerage and let y'all tap right into our product. And it gets even crazier because now they go ahead and they buy into a system. So here goes how they go do now. So now they hook up to Coinbase. So basically what they did, they hook up institutions to where they can go on Coinbase and buy futures and derivatives. You know what futures are? Futures are basically a bet that people do on a contract. So basically, I make a bet, right? You make a bet. I say, let's say Bitcoin. I say Bitcoin is going to be worth $80,000 in 3 months. You say, no, hell no. I think Bitcoin is going to be worth 120. Whoever makes that bet on that contract wins. We never hold the Bitcoin. We just bet on the price. So now they're giving Ripple Prime, giving access to institutions to do that, to go on Coinbase and do futures and derivatives on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. You understand? So that Ripple Prime is the bridge to those 4 coins for institutions. You understand? See how this Ripple Prime is getting crazy? So XRP said, don't worry about it. We'll give you a bridge. We'll spend $2.25 billion and we'll give you a bridge to purchase not only XRP, but these 4 coins. The brokerage. See how that is? And you think, why that's that important? Y'all think, why is that important? Because now that's bringing customers to the business. We in the business of selling ADA, XRP, all right? Y'all talking about ADA. But we're in the business of selling our crypto. When our crypto sells, that's less in currency, the less in the less in circulating supply. So what y'all watching is the infrastructure get built. Y'all saying what the infrastructure is? Y'all watching the business get built. They're building the customers. They're building the customers. You understand? So when you have people now, so you have people that's scared to buy on Coinbase. You know what I'm saying? Wait 1 second. Excuse me 1 second. You got people scared to buy on Coinbase because they don't want to deal with all that. They don't want to deal with all that wallets getting hacked like I did for 54,000. They don't want to deal with that. So now, if they can go ahead to Ripple Prime, have your nodle as a settlement, you ain't getting hacked no more. Now you're dealing with just futures and contracts. You don't have to deal with that holding wallets settlement. It's a different game. This is what I'm talking about. This is why things get crazy. This is why things get crazy. I just wanted to break that down because I know it's a lot. It's a lot of information to take in. I know it's a lot. Trust me, I know it's a lot. Even just to let you know, these ETFs, once they start going, They'll start going. Right now, I know there's a lot of manipulation, outflows, inflows, all that stuff going on. But let me tell you something. When things start going, they start going. Mhm. And these institutions are lining themselves up for a reason. These institutions ain't doing this for no reason. They're lining themselves up for no reason. All right? Believe me when I tell you. But anyway, let's get into it. I want to get into this here, man, because let's talk some stuff, man. Because let me tell you, I really don't talk about price predictions and do that stuff. But they be talking their stuff. Let me tell you. So here's what they're talking about. GS app will be implemented in the US in July. And why is this big for XRP? Let me get into this, the stuff that they're talking out there. Crypto research smoke has highlighted developments that could significantly influence relationships between digital assets, RLUSD in the United States, and traditional finance system. So you understand, Ripple has RLUSD. They don't care about USD trying to get no yields. They want to use RLUSD as collateral. Just collateral. Okay? So basically, let's say, so you think what collateral? For example, just say you wanted to go buy some stocks. Okay? This is what they're trying to do. So if I wanted to go buy stock right now, I would have to go take money. Let's say I wanted to buy $10,000 worth of stocks. So I take $10,000. I go into E-Trade. I want to move $10,000 over there. And I want to buy XRP ETF. It's going to take 2-3 days for that money to settle. Now, when that money's taking that time to buy it, let's say XRP was at $1.14 and I wanted to buy it, the ETF, but then XRP ran up to $1.44 or $1.60 because it took 3 days to settle. I'm like, man, I just missed my opportunity. But now you put XRP Ledger, here's what would happen. This how the technology works. So let's say you can use anywhere. You can say London, but we'll say America. So now what happens is, let's say I want to take that same $10,000. So now I take my $10,000. I buy RLUSD. RLUSD is the collateral. It takes it, it moves it. Remember, Ripple holds the collateral, the liquidity. They have the liquidity. XRP is the liquidity. RLUSD is pegged to the dollar. They take this money, they move it. The RLUSD. Remember, it's a digital dollar. They don't have to wait to make sure. So the reason why it takes 2 or 3 days, they want to make sure that that money gets to that account and settles on that exchange. So if I'm using E-Trade, E-Trade wants to make sure my money from my bank is in there. When you use the XRP ledger, that thing turns the RLUSD as collateral and spits it to the exchange. The exchange doesn't give a damn who gives them the money. All they care about is that money's in their pocket. Let me ask you something. Would you give a damn who's giving you money? If it took your paycheck 2 weeks to get to you, and somebody can get you that same, wait a second. Let's just say your paycheck took 2 days to get to you, and somebody can get you your paycheck in 5 seconds. Would you give a damn who that person was? All you want to know is that that money's coming to you safe and it's making it there to you. You don't give a damn who it is. As long as it's making it safe, they ain't sending it to you. It's compliant. It's legal. It's coming to you 5 seconds. That's what you care about. Same thing. Same thing with these exchanges. So now, when you have a company like Ripple Prime showing them in real time, this is happening. You tell me, Lynn, what's going on? This is what it is. So now, let's say I want to make a bet. That same $10,000 bet. I go to Ripple Prime. Boom. That money, XRP spends that money in 5 seconds instead of me having to wait 2 days. So now I can go ahead and buy that XRP ETF when XRP had dropped to that $1.14 instead of having to wait 2-3 days and that price bounce up. And I missed my opportunity. Because usually you have to keep money on the sideline. See, when you're doing trades, you got to keep money on the sideline. Just like if you're doing trades in stocks, you keep money on the sideline. That's why you see that money that's in USDT and USD Tether, and you see that money that's in Circle. That's money. That USDT was built for trades. That money was meant to be set on the sideline so people could go ahead and bounce back in and buy stocks and take that money and put it on the sideline where that money doesn't move. It's a digital dollar. They just added yields to it to make you keep your money there. So they can also invest in it also and make some monies and make some money off the fees. You got me? I know I'm moving a lot. I know it's moving a lot of fast right now. I know I'm going real quick right now with everything that we're talking about. I hope I ain't going too fast for y'all, man. It's a lot of information. But that RLUSD is collateral. That's really what it's about. Because if you can get that now, it makes it faster, all the transactions, even when it's time to settle on a trade. Like say you in the stock market. Remember I was talking about that DTC that does $2 quadrillion and the NSC that does a settlement. Even when they do the settlement, even when they pay out the trade, that settlement takes what they call T2, T1. That's one trade day. So it takes 2 days to settle. But now if you have XRP Ledger and now that tokenized, so it shows the imprint, you ain't got to double check to see if that trade was done. And then now you have the NSCC doing the clearing that money, XRP Ledger paying it out. So that stock could turn to RLUSD collateral, get on XRP Ledger, XRP move it, pays it back out to whatever. Remember, it has the FX. It pays it out to wherever you at. Could pay it back to $1, pay it out back to £1, pay it out to whatever. All around the world for every exchange. You know what I'm saying? Tammy Lynn, appreciate the love, appreciate the love, appreciate the love. Appreciate the love, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. That's exactly what that is. Appreciate the gift, man. Appreciate that, man. So that's what that is. So when you see an XRP and these legend, we're talking about these conversations. These are why we have these constant conversations, because this could turn into something crazy. When you're talking about settlement, remember that NSC just does the clearance. They clear the money. Even that node they clear their money. But there's a faster way for settlement. XRP is about that settlement, that liquidity. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? And now you need these laws to pass so these companies could start using them. Oh yeah. Tammy Lynn also brought in another thing I want to talk to y'all about. Flare on Uphold. Remember I was telling you that Flare, I was wondering when Flare's going to hit different exchanges. So I reported to y'all earlier this week about Flare and X-Man wallets, where Flare, I told you about Flare having what they call facets. So facets is basically what it is. Facets takes Flare. Sorry, Facet takes XRP, right? And Facets go ahead and wraps XRP and makes it FXRP. Okay, then they mint that, and then they take it and they put it in a vault. You follow me? So Facets takes XRP because XRP cannot leave the ledger. XRP stays on the ledger. So what Facets is basically a receipt that says, listen, I'm taking this XRP, which will never leave the ledger, but it's a copy of that receipt that says, yo, I'm taking XRP, this one XRP or whatever, 1,000 XRP, and I'm going to mint it. I'm going to lock it up and I'm going to mint that. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love. GDM, appreciate that. So now it mints it. Okay, it locks it up and it takes it and it puts it in a vault. This vault now go ahead and gives yields. Okay, and then give yields from 4 to 10% on your XRP. And your XRP never leaves the ledger, but it is locked up in the mint. And if you understand its fees, I don't know what the fees are. I don't know what that is, but I'm just telling you what it does. So recently now, they came out on the X-Men wallet where they made it one button. Because before you had to download different apps and do different type of measures to get this yield. Now they've made it where you on the X-Men, just imagine you on your wallet, you press one button. Do you want to have yields? One button, yes, you get yields. So now Flare has made it one button on the X-Men wallet. So now Tammy Lynn sent me that coming that they're going to announce in March. Sometime in March, I think 2 weeks they said, they're going to announce that they're going to allow yields on Uphold for XRP. And let me tell you, if Flare is stopping out, it's not gonna stop at Uphold. It's not gonna stop at Uphold. It's not gonna stop. Once Flare can show compliance, clarity, it's not gonna stop there. It's not. And here's the thing: once Flare could prove, let's say Flare could prove that it could lock you up, lock you up. It could lock up your XRP, and you can go in and out freely and have ownership. You know what I'm saying? Then what it will do, it will allow banks and institutions. Remember, you have Kraken that just became a bank that has 100% reserve. If you have Kraken now and you could prove that Flare is real, why wouldn't you be able to put that on Kraken if it in the future? Not now, but not in the future. When you have if XRP, right? Right now we're Ripple. If you have them doing an X-Men that I think had what was it? I forgot. It was over. I think they reached where the gentleman that's running Flare, Phil Hogan, Philmon. I want to say his name. Hugo Philmon. He says by the middle of 2026 there will be 5 billion Flare being staked, sorry, not staked, but wrapped and minted in the vault, getting yields on. 5 billion. This is what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? Tammy Lynn, she loves Flare. You know what I'm saying? She loves Flare. I don't own any Flare, but I'm a big fan of Flare. Just want to say that. Cause I just want to be transparent. Just be very transparent about Flare. But I'm a big fan of it. And you never know. I might, you never know. I might be soon. That's how I got into Ondo. I got into Ondo off the chat and chain link. That's how I got into those coins right there. I'm not even gonna hold you. That's how I got into those coins. So I just wanted to get into that. But that's what. So Tammy Lynn sent me that actually today on Uphold. So Uphold is and the thing about Uphold, right? Sorry, this is the back of my house. I sit on the lake, so it's like the sun coming bouncing off the lake water and then hitting me right here. I usually don't do Saturdays, so I got the back open and the lake right there. The sun is hitting the lake. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? If it's blinding, I could close the shades. If it's blind, is it blinding y'all? If it's blinding y'all, I could turn off. I could close the shades if it's blinding y'all. If y'all can't see me clear, you know what I'm saying? If you're good, is it too much? Is the light too much? It's fine. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, man. So that's what it is. What were we talking about? Sorry. Damn, I got distracted by the light. I got to get that vitamin D. You know that's right. What was I talking about? Oh, Flare. So yeah, so that's what I just want to say about Flare, man. So getting them yields and keep doing that thing, that's cold, man. That yield game is so serious because you see what they're fighting about. You see what they're fighting about right now at the Clarity Act. So you see what Flare is doing. So that shows you how serious it is. You see what they're fighting about right now. They're fighting about them yields. And basically what that facet is doing is yields on XRP. Not on stable. Now it's different. They fight on stable coins, but this is yields. And you already know Flare does smart contracts for Bitcoin and does smart contracts for Doge. And if you notice, all three of XRP, Doge, and XRP, Doge, and Bitcoin all are ETFs and commodities. That's why them three have those three have in what do you call that? What's the word I'm looking for? That's what they have in common. Woo, damn. Saturday. That's what they have in common, man. He goes Coach B XRP. Yeah. Coach B XRP said, "What are you holding XRP?" Let me tell you, man. Jesus, man. Sorry about that, y'all. They be coming out. Troy Adams, 48. Do I have any idea when XRP will be over $100? No, sir, man. Trust me. I wish I knew. If I knew the time of XRP, if I knew that time, and I'd take everything I have out the bank, everything I have for savings, and I'll put it right in there if I had that crystal ball. I'll tell you right now, if I knew when XRP was going to hit $100, I'll throw everything I have right now at that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? I wish I knew, man. I'm just watching it get built. I'm watching the infrastructure. You know what I mean? And by watching appreciate the love. I know that's not what you want to hear, but I'm just trying to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching the infrastructure, and based on the infrastructure of all the coins that I buy, is what I'm gonna buy. You know what I'm saying? Tammy says you're right. Me too. I'd sell my house. It's nah. Let's go. It's not about being politically correct. Honestly, I really don't know. I really don't know how to play right now. It's not being politically correct. It's not about financial advice. If I really knew, I'll put my limb out there. I'll be like, yo, y'all can buy it right now. This thing about to go to 100. If I really knew, everybody's crypto gang, y'all that be with me for the last almost a year, listening to me talk for an hour here on a Saturday. Oh hell yeah, I put that out there, man. I'll be like, yo, go ahead and buy this, baby. It's time to go. Coach V, come on now. Coach V. Stop trying to scam these people over here trying to tell you get the information now. You go send that man your information trying to get LLC, you're gonna get lost out here. You better watch yourself. This man gonna tell you, get an LLC. Let me show you. Give you information. You're gonna give you information. Coach V gonna go over there and hack you for your XRP. That's what Coach V gonna do. You know what I'm saying? That's what Coach V gonna do. He gonna hack you. All right. Tell you right now, y'all better stop playing around and watching these Coach V's and all these fake Dcrypto fans and fake Jakes. They trying to scam y'all. Okay? Y'all don't get it? Those are scammers. Watch yourself. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, let's go, said it perfect. Don't trust anyone with your assets. Nobody should be asking what wallet you have. That's none of their business. Let me ask you something. In the street, do people walk up to you and ask you what's in your wallet? So why the hell somebody on the internet asking you what's in your wallet? The people walk up to you and be like, hey, dog, you got LLC? Man, what? Ladies and gentlemen, do you have women walk up to you and be like, yo, if a woman walks up to you and say, hey, you got an LLC? Are you protecting your crypto? I'm like, what the? Imagine somebody asks you like this, hey, you got LLC? Are you saving your checking account? You saving what you got in you got saving what you got in your account? Imagine that. Capital One at least doing commercials. These cats over here hitting you on your DM from a random, talking about he Coach V. You got Coach V. You think the real Coach V is coming to ask you by LLC? Come on, man. Y'all gotta make sure y'all be serious. Don't be clicking on no links. Don't be talking about no DM. All right. I will never be asking you, okay, about what you have in your wallets. I will never be DMing you. If y'all want some videos early, y'all shoot me a DM. I'll send y'all the videos early. My the episodes before I send it everybody before I do the time. If y'all want to do that for my personal people, I will do that for you. I will send you the episodes early. So if you want the episodes early, just DM me. And there's some people that I automatically that I send the episodes to, the people that I know that really want to watch it, people that really into crypto, I send it to them. And I just do that because y'all really watching, y'all pay attention. But I ain't gonna be asking what's your wallet. I'm just sending you episodes. I don't even put anything in the comment. I just send y'all the video to watch. And that video brings you right back to the page. That's it. There ain't nothing. If you see somebody ask you what's going on about any coin or anything, listen, man, they trying to rob you. Okay? I'm Dcryptofan. If you look at my channel, I follow no one. And I don't do hype. I won't be if somebody's asking what's in your wallet, they trying to rob y'all. Tell you right now, you better wake up. But anyway, just wanted to get into that Coinbase, that Ripple Prime Coinbase futures access. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy that Ripple Prime now institutions can use Ripple Prime 24/7 on Coinbase to go do that. And then also this week we talked about Ondo. I wanted to get deeper into the thing because every time I talk about Ondo and tokenization, they start blocking me. They literally block my content because I talk about it. So I have to wait deep in there to talk about it. So Ondo. So Ondo just got on Binance. This is wild. They don't want us talking about this type of stuff. So Binance now, what Ondo did, Ondo tokenized stocks. Okay, and I'm talking about stocks like Amazon, stocks like Google, stocks like Nvidia. Somebody to come in, cause I say NVIDIA, because the ticker says NVDA, and I say NVIDIA. I'm a Haitian, so I call it NVIDIA. It was Nvidia. Somebody called me like Nvidia. It's not NVIDIA. The ticker says NVDA, so where I'm from, it's like NVIDIA. It's like why I just say Solano, right? I used to call like people, but it's not Solano, man. It's Solana. It's Solana. Solano, bro. So what? It's so. People be so serious. Hey, they be so serious. They be so serious by the names on there, right? But anyway, so this Coinbase. What's talking about? I got. What's talking about? So what's I talking about now, right? I forgot what I was talking about. So Coinbase. What's talking about Coinbase? What was I talking about now, right? I got lost. I got lost. Was I talking about Coinbase? Oh, Ondo. Sorry, Ondo. Right. Sorry about that. So Ondo. Right. So Ondo tokenizes. Goes ahead. I gotta be careful because they done. Every time I bring this up, literally, it shuts down. And Gemini, and then what's God was saying, wait till later on to bring it up. Don't bring it up within the first 10, 20 minutes of the chat. So Ondo is tokenizing stocks, but this is for non-US residents. So basically, if you're outside of the US, you can go on Binance and buy these stocks. So let's say you want to buy Apple, it would be APPLON for Ondo. Let's say you want to buy NVIDIA, Nvidia, the right? NVDAON. So be Ondo. So now they're giving, and mind you, remember I reported that Binance is using RLUSD as one of the underlying options to move digital dollars on XRP Ledger. But anyway, this is wild. So now you have Binance that's allowing them to buy these stocks, which is wild. So now Ondo is tokenizing these stocks, which is wild. And I already told you, Ondo is tokenizing U.S. Treasuries from IBIT. So Ondo has this thing called, it was called OUSG. Ondo U.S. Treasuries. No, Ondo U.S. government treasuries. And then guess who's running it? BlackRock, IBIT. They got this place. They have a finance, I would say a department that invests in blockchain. It's called Build, BULIDL. Yeah. We're getting deep right now. Yes. I know it's a lot. I know we're dropping a lot right now. It's a lot. But basically, it's just that Ondo is making a lot of moves with its tokenization. And you talking about BlackRock, they said they're going to tokenize their whole portfolio. They say they're tokenizing their whole portfolio. JP Morgan Chase talking about portfolio tokenizing. And then at the World Forum, the same one that they blocked. Remember that the one I told you they blocked that only got 200 views. The one I told you, remember the one I told you that I got 9 views for sudden it exploded to like exploded all of a sudden to I think it was 12,000. No, 16,000. No, I think it's around. Sorry, I think it's around 10,000. But exploded to 10,000. But they blocked it at first. They blocked that bad boy. But the at the World Economic Forum, there's a forum they have once a year. Okay, where all the banks, big banks, come once a year to talk about technology, where they're going, what they want to do. All right. So now you had big bankers from France. This man come out all of a sudden. I know what we're here for. We're here for the tokenomics. So let's talk about the tokens. Then you had this woman for Europe. This woman is very smart. Very, very smart woman. She's talking about tokenomics in a different level. That's why I know we're behind. Because she was talking about their rate tokenizing USD. Their rate USD, yes. Their rate tokenizing digital dollars. So then you had this American banker. I forgot what's the bank he was from. He got shook. They said, you said that everything should be tokenized by 2028. He was like, whoa. He was like, why'd you call me out like that? You know what I'm saying? If you go look, you'll see it on my episode. I got it there. They try to shut that one down. So I be careful when I talk about these because they be trying to shut down that type of talk. They don't like that type of talk. I don't want to say them type of words. Those type of trigger words, they don't like them. Tokenization. Ondo. They don't like that. They don't like that. But let me tell you, I'm not telling you to buy none. I've been buying my thing on the creep because I don't got no dog in the race. So I ain't telling you to buy it, but that tokenization is real. You see, that's why you be hearing about H-bar in Australia. You hearing about H-bar? Do you hear all the stuff that's going about H-bar? I don't know if y'all been paying attention about H-bar in Australia. Let me tell you something, man. It's so much news. It's too much news for me to report. I just dropped the episode today on the DTC explaining how XRP Prime, what I just explained to y'all, how Prime now is locked up to the DTC. And I explained to y'all exactly what the DTC is. DTC is the operation system that handles the $3 quadrillion in Wall Street. It basically is the audit. Every time you do a trade, Wall Street does a trade on stock or ETF, it marks it down. Okay? And then after that, you have what they call the DTS is the depository trust clearing company. The NSC is the National Security Clearing Company. Ooh, that boy getting good now. This boy learning the alphabets. Back in the day, I had to learn the different alphabets. Back in the day, I had to learn them alphabet boys with different type of alphabet. It's wild that I'm learning this alphabet. Trust me, where I came from, I had to learn the other alphabet. Trust me. It's different now. I'm learning this alphabet. That tells you how, boy, the evolution of life, baby. I'd rather learn this alphabet right here than worry about the other alphabet. But anyway, so now these cats clear the money. So when you see what happened, let me tell you the story of this. So how this goes. So Wall Street. So that quadrillion dollars, yeah, just so you understand, DTC, they manage all that money. Basically, they keep track of every trade of how $3 quadrillion. You know how much $3 quadrillion is? That's 3,000 trillion. So basically, they audit 3,000 trillion. They watch 3,000 trillion dollars of transactions. They keep those transactions every year for Wall Street. And then what happened is the NSC, the National Security Clearance, they clear the money. They're a clearing house. They call it a clearing house. Literally, they clear house. They clear the money. They do the liquidity. That's how you get paid when you do a trade. It's just like going to a casino. They're the one that watch the bets, right? The DTC, they watch the bets. They take the bets down. The NSC would be the payout man. The NSC would be, he won. It's good. The money's there. Yeah, pay him out. Boom. That's what they do. But they do for $1 quadrillion. 3 quadrillion. That's $3,000 trillion yearly. So what happened now? Ripple Prime, the same place I told you that they bought back for $1.25 billion. They listed with them boys. And you probably wonder, why did they come out with DTC? Because you know I go digging deep. You can watch the episode, but I'm gonna tell you right now. So you can watch the episode anyway, and you can watch. They got what they call the paper crisis. I thought this was so interesting. I love this. So back in 1960, they have what they call the paper crisis. Literally. So what happens back in those days? You ever watch the movies, the old school movies, or they see trade? They be like, "Who wants to buy?" Who? That's just for example. Who wants to buy? What would be back then? What would be back then? Who wants to buy Kmart? $1. Something give you a pay ticket. Who wants to buy Wilworth? $1. Who wants to buy J.C. Penney? Boom. Who wants to buy Buried Irons? And they will give you a ticket, and that's what be your receipt for your stock that you bought, you purchased. So they used to give you paper. But back then that was cool because stock market was slow. But all of a sudden the stock market exploded. It was too much paper going out. People were holding 4 or 5 papers at one time. It literally got to a point where they had rooms, institutions, brokerages had rooms full of paper. They had to have people that do 9 to 5 literally have to work overnight, work on weekends to try to count all these tickets to get paid. And what happened was the problem was sometime when they went to go get paid, these companies went under. Yeah. That's what happened with the paper because they couldn't keep up with the volume. And you can watch this episode. I just did this episode today. You can watch it on YouTube. If you want to watch a long version, you can watch that long version on YouTube. If you want to watch a short version, you can watch it on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Or you can watch it on IG, or you can watch it on Facebook. It's Dcryptofan. All we do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn, no hype, no cap, just in case you jumped in. Right? So the DTC, because of now this crisis, right? Remember, this is a crisis. They came out with the DTC in 1973. This was called it was just the DTC. So the DTC, what it came out was, they came out with the electronics. So now, instead of you having the paper for stocks that they kept losing because they couldn't keep up with because of the volume, because stock market exploded, now they came on with electronic DTC that now would keep electronic paper. So now they could keep up with all the trades. So the DTC now, it keeps up with all the trades. So instead of that paper trade, the DTC gives electronic paper. They came out with that in 1973. And in 1976, they came out with the NSCC. So you know why they came on the NSCC? Because back then, you would have companies will make a bet on a trade and they would go under. So let's just say they made $100 million trade, but then they lost $500 million, right? And they wouldn't pay the trade. And what happened was that caused a collapse because banks wouldn't trust each other to pay out. Imagine that. They didn't trust banks to pay each other in stocks and trades. Imagine that. The banks. Oh, my Lord. The banks. So now they came out with the NSC saying, no, we ain't going to play that game. We're going to make sure we collect the money. The money's there, and we're going to pay it out. So you can't run with the money. You can't run with the money. DTC is going to make sure the vault that makes sure the money's there. The NSC is going to make sure that you get paid out. They're the referee. So they came out in 1976. And in 1999, they put them both together. And they call it DTCC. Together. So that's what that is. Now, you have XRP, which we talk about Ripple, is connected to that monster. Okay? Then, we're getting Kraken. We're going to get into Kraken anyway. But anyway, just wanted to get into all that stuff, man. It's a lot. But just wanted to get into that. But all that stuff to say is that when you're thinking that crypto's dead, there's things going on behind the scenes that you're not seeing. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that you're like, wait a second. Back in the day, with these type of news, this would have pumped XRP crazy. All this type of news would have pumped it crazy. But it wouldn't have been sustained. It would have been the speculation and hype. Now, I see where this crypto thing is going, in my opinion. It's going to true usage. The use case. When you hear people say use case, that means that when they're actually using the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? That's when it's gonna go. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's like Tammy Lynn said, patience is the key. I'm here on a Saturday. And I'm talking y'all about crypto. You know what I'm saying? Chainlink, what they doing over there. And there's a lot of news too. I didn't even get into all the news. You know what I'm saying? And we over. I'm more than an hour. I was just gonna come in every time someone come for a half an hour, and it's a Saturday. I was gonna come in real quick, and then we start talking about this stuff because I got to do this episode on Coinbase. So I said, you know what? Before I do this episode on Coinbase, let me go back out here and touch this up and practice doing this episode because I write the scripts on these episodes, and I'm gonna do one on Coinbase just to explain the futures, which I've talked to you guys 3 or 4 times about. And I told y'all about Kraken. Just before, if y'all don't know about Kraken, Kraken became a bank. And that's a wild story too, how Kraken became a bank. Y'all want to get into how Kraken get into a bank before we get out here? I don't know if y'all want to get into that conversation about Kraken and how they got into Wyoming and how Wyoming went and opened up the back door, pause, for Kraken to become a bank and snuck in. I don't know if y'all want to hear that story. I don't know if y'all bored, if y'all want to hear that story before I get out of here. AJ Signon says yes. You sure y'all want to hear the story? Just want to make sure. Chat, do y'all want to hear the story about how Kraken became a bank to handle Fed money, Fed wire? Yes? Let's go say yes. Tammy Lynn, yes? Yeah? All right. Let's get into this, all right? So Kraken. Yes, Haiti. Three gotta say yes. VI Babe say yes. J Potter says yes, Haiti. Tammy Lynn say yeah. All right. All right, let's get into the story. Since y'all want to get into the story of Kraken, okay? So Kraken, if y'all don't understand what Kraken is a crypto exchange. So they filed to go become a bank. Okay, but let's get into this, right? So Kraken takes center stage with unpredictable federal access. Federal access. That means access to ACH and FedWire. And I'm talking about FedWire locked up, talking FedWire money. FedWire. So let's get into this. So in behold move, Kraken, the U.S. crypto exchange, has broken a new ground to become the first digital asset platform directly to have access to the Federal Reserve. Repeat. Let's rewind that. Listen, man. This is Dcryptofan. I love this Saturday. Don't get used to it now. Don't get used to that. All right. Today's the day. I got a swole ankle. Yeah, I can't see. I got my ankle swollen. I can't go anywhere right now. I'm going out later, but don't get used to it. But let's get into it. So, right, let's rewind this. This is special now. Listen. So listen to this. A bold move. Kraken, the U.S. crypto exchange. Remember, this is important. U.S. And I'm not saying that just because that in this U.S. like your boy Trump says he's going to go ahead and try to push U.S. crypto exchanges and companies. That's the reason why I'm saying that. So let's go. U.S. cryptocurrency exchange has broken new ground to become the first digital asset platform directly to have access to the Federal Reserve primary payment network. The payment network, okay? This was made possible after settlement-based Kraken acquired a highly coveted special banking license in Wyoming, granting a position in the Fed's master account. The Fed's master account, y'all, that's ACH. That's Fed wire monies. That's backed real money. That's not Joe Schmoes. That's not the Zelle that's coming from me. That's not the Cash App coming from y'all. That's Fed. That's guaranteed money. You know they print money as much as they want, right? Let's get into that, all right? So listen. So this was made possible after a base cracker and highly coveted special banking license in Wyoming. I'm going to tell you how Wyoming got ill. So this position, the Fed's master account, landmark event to soon pave the way for other crypto firms setting the precedents and rapidly evolving industry. Just so you know, Ripple put in for a charter already to become a bank. Okay? So what do you understand about Wyoming? Back in 2017, 2016, right? Wyoming noticed that crypto companies were having a hard time trying to become banks. So Wyoming saw opportunity. They opened a bill that would allow crypto companies in 2018 and 2019 to open a crypto exchange turned into a bank. If we had claps right now, we'd be doing claps. Hey, listen, I thought about that thing, but I say, boy, you too old for that stuff right there. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought about the claps. I was like, man, I be seeing them doing the claps and stuff like that. I thought about it. I was like, yo, bro, you too old for that, bro. Leave that alone. Hey, I said, leave that alone, right? I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I thought about the claps. I said, nah, I ain't gonna do the claps. I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that. So Kraken, right? They go through Wyoming, right? Let me pull this up because we did the story, and I gotta do an episode on it. So I'll leak some of the stuff I'm gonna be doing. So now Kraken go ahead, right? They go through Wyoming through this law, this bill that they will allow them. But in this bill, there's one thing that they said that makes them different from other banks. See, the regular bank like Wells Fargo, Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, they're a little different. They have what they call fractional lending. Okay? Y'all probably saying, what the hell is fractional? The first time I heard fractional, I thought it was about a dinosaur or something. Like, there was first time I heard fractional lending, I thought about some dinosaur bones or something. But me coming from the finance world, when you put lending in there, I already know, okay, that definitely in it, right? So fractional lending. What is fractional lending? So basically the banks, let's say they have $1,000. The Fed will allow them to go ahead and let you borrow 10,000. So basically they were 10 times what the bank owns. So basically if you have 10,000, they can loan up to 100,000. That's fractional lending. They told Kraken, no, you can't do that, bro. You got to chill. They told Kraken, okay, we're going to give you what we call a SPDI banking charter. Okay? This is what they call it. Let me get the, wait a second. Let me make sure I get the abbreviation. I want to tell you, wait a second here. I want to give you the abbreviation for that. Wait 1 second. I want to get into that because this license is wild. Basically, this license told them with this SPDI license that they have to have 100% reserve. You see, I'm talking about that fractional where the bank can go ahead and allow to lend 10 times what they have. They told them, no, y'all can't do that. If you lend out $1 billion, you got to have $1 billion. You have to have 100% reserve. See, that fractional lending is what's caused banks to go under. They're letting companies borrow and investing 10 times what they have and doing bad investments. That's what caused banks to crash. And what happens is the banks will lose your money, right? And the institutions will come save them. That's what fractional lending does. They invest, because remember, they only got 1,000, but they're gambling with $10,000 that they don't have. You got it? That's what crushes the banking system. And the feds come bail them out. And people lose their money. And the banks get bailed out. And regular people like me and you, let's say you got $10 million in the bank. They're going to only give you back your $250. You lost all that rest of the money. And then what happens, instead of that bank getting bailed out and that person losing their job, they got hit all their bonuses. They come back, save them. The bank's right back to normal. They change the name. You saved. Everybody's good. Forget all your bad deeds. Put it in bankruptcy. Let's move on. That's why they call it bailout. This is why your boy Satoshi, in his first coin, first time he wrote the block, was to battle that. That's why Bitcoin was made. That's why he wrote. What way he wrote? This is for the bricks. This is for inflation. This is for, I forgot, but basically that's what he wrote. He wrote a message on the first block, the first Bitcoin block. He wrote a message to basically fight that. What we're talking about. That's what basically what Bitcoin was built for. The ideology behind Bitcoin. All right, but anyway, so they went ahead and called it the SPDI. I want to get the exact abbreviation for that, but that's what the SPDI was meant for. It was meant for them to have full transparency reserve. Okay, so now that means that Kraken bank go ahead and lends money out, it's 100% reserve. That's different. so so here goes what the SPDI means. The SPDI means Special Purpose Depository Institution. That's what kind of bank it is. Special Purpose Depository Institutional Bank Charter. A SPDI bank. Okay? 100% reserve. No fractional. Assets fully backed. So basically when they loan that money is fully backed by money. Which bank would you trust? Would you trust a bank that's 100% backed by real money, or one that's backed by by 10% money? Real money, or one that's backed by 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 10% money? I usually don't do this on Saturday, so yeah. So my girlfriend, she rolled it up on me. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you can get me something to drink real quick, please. My mouth is getting dry as hell. About to get off of here in like 10 more minutes. We're going deep right now. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, so so please ask any question you guys have, ladies and gentlemen. Any question y'all have? I know we went a little deep right now. Tammy Lynn says, "Say hi." She said, "Hi, Tammy Lynn." She knows who you are. She's the president. You heard her? She said she's the president. ah. Is your artwork for sale? No, no, no. That's my artwork's not for sale, man. But I can get you the gentleman's name that sells the artwork. Definitely, I could definitely do that. Because somebody actually told me, yeah, they know who the person is. So I could definitely get it. Actually, I have two more. My girlfriend, she actually took one that she never gave back, that she never put up, which I would like to have back. You know, the waiting to excel. You remember when she threw the fire and the car was exploding in the back? That one. That one right there. That's the one I have. And then I have also the love of basketball. You remember the love of basketball when she said to when she told I'll play you for my heart, I'll play you for your heart. I got that one too. I got those two, you know what I'm saying? Those two are hard now. Hey, I don't know if y'all know about those movies right there, but those two are hard. I don't know if y'all know about that right there. Waiting to Exhale. That's the one with the no. Is that Waiting to Exhale? Or was that Stella Got Her Groove Back? Was that Stella Got Her Groove Back? Which one's the one when she took the fire? Well, that was Waiting to Exhale, right? I think that was Waiting to Exhale. That wasn't Stella Got Her Groove Back. Hey, the one that with the fire exploding in the car. That was Waiting to Exhale, or Stella Got Her Groove Back? Waiting to Excel. Yeah, that was Waiting to Excel. Yeah, that was Waiting to Excel. This is not liquor, y'all. This is a this is not liquor, y'all. This juice, berry punch now. No, that's fruit punch. That ain't definitely in berry punch. That ain't Tito's. That ain't Tito's. But anyway, we talked about a lot today, man. This was Saturday. This was overtime. This is really not overtime. I'm really trying to build the channel and talking to y'all. Actually, before I like talking to y'all before I do an episode, because like I get out all the kinks, get the jokes out, get the flow, and get to do it, because the lives I do are totally different than the episodes. So the lives, I'll send the lives to YouTube. Y'all see the lives on YouTube. They're like an hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours on there. And then TikTok, I don't put any of the lives on TikTok. I put all the lives on YouTube. So if you ever want to watch the lives, go on YouTube. The more detailed, longer conversations are all on YouTube. On TikTok, I keep it more shorter. I try not to go over 8 minutes, 10 minutes on TikTok to explain. Actually, TikTok wants me to go to 3 minutes. It's just that sometimes it's so hard to explain and teach in 3 minutes. It's too hard for me to teach exactly what's going on, explain it to where people could comprehend it, to where I want, like, just put it say, I want to explain it to you, ladies and gentlemen, like how I would want to explain to me, especially when I started in 2019 when there was nobody explaining. So I try to explain it how I would like to be explained. I want to make sure that I explain to a point that if you put it in front of your kids, they could understand it. I really want to make sure that they could take that information, put it in a 5th grade classroom, 4th grade classroom, and the kids could understand. I want my grandson to be able to go back and listen to this at a young age. I'm talking about a very young age. I'm talking about, first of all, my grandson's smart, but I'm talking about 3, 4 years old and be like, oh, this makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to do. I know it's going to be hard for, but that kid is a genius. He'll probably understand at 3 or 4 years old. But basically, I want to make it that kids can understand it. You can play it for your kids. They can understand it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing right here, just talking that information, try to make it easy for you to understand. We don't do too much. Even so, we read articles. I wanted to get into that. Did I finish about Kraken? Okay, so did I finish about Kraken? Sorry, I finished about Kraken. So Kraken now, sorry about that. So Kraken, see what happened when you came in? You threw me off that thing right there. You see? So look, but thank you for the juice. So Kraken, right? So she threw me off yesterday. I saw her pretty face. I saw your pretty face and it threw me off. You hear me, Shay? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So look, so check this out now. So now Kraken went through Wyoming. So Wyoming go ahead and they give Kraken this license, but it doesn't stop there. So now Kraken has to go through Kansas City for 5 years now. This didn't happen overnight. So once they got the paperwork through Wyoming to get the bank charter, now they had to wait for Kansas. So Kansas now finishes the paperwork just last week. I think it was on the 3rd. Kraken CEO came out and said the milestone mark that they came out, and now they are a bank. Okay? And they do atomic settlement. So you guys understand, when you see atomic settlement, you know what atomic settlement is? You know, that's right, them brownie points. You know what atomic settlement is? That's fiat and crypto at the same time. That's cash and fiat at the same time. So that Kraken Bank, they do atomic settlement. So when you hear people say atomic, understand that ain't no explosions, there ain't no wild ass. People start looking for atomic. Oh yeah, that was good science. When you hear atomic settlement, that's crypto and cash at the same time. When you hear fiat means cash. That's the word for fiat. So when you hear people say fiat, that's a smart way of people saying cash. All right. So when people tell me, hey, listen, man, I got the fiat. That's them saying cash. All right. Don't let them fool you. All right. That's cash. So basically, it settles between fiat and crypto. So it's cash and crypto. All right. That's what that is. So when you hear atomic settlement, that's what they talking about. So there's no waiting, no clearing delays. No traditional finance. No, remember I told you about that T1 and T2 settlement, that T-days, 2-days settlement? None. Remember, when you 100% backed, that's atomic settlement, baby. Yeah, that's liquidity. You know what they call liquidity? That's liquid cash. That's when somebody says liquid cash, I mean that money's on deck. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. And you know who's trying to get the same thing? Ripple. Raging Digital, Custodial Bank. They're all trying to do that. Yeah. And that's what. And the stablecoin RUSD could be directly moved now through the Fred system. Telling you now, do not sleep on this. So that's why I wanted to get into you about Kraken. So Kraken, that's how Kraken became a bank. Snuck through Wyoming. And Wyoming saw opportunity because they ain't got a lot of business out there. They saw that the other states weren't making any moves and crypto was having a hard time. They said, hey, crypto, I see you're having a hard time. Come join us over here in Wyoming. We got a bill, a law that will let you right in on 2018, 2019. But here's one thing. You got to have 100% reserve. Kraken said, we got that. Kraken said, we got that. What, you got 100% reserve? We got that. They say, you're going to back your loans 100%? We got that. So y'all going to do fraction lending like JP Morgan, Chase, and Bank of America? No. We're going to back our money 100%. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Tammy says, listen to X. Next, they'll be launching X Money. Okay. Nice. So you guys understand what that SPDI bank is. So how many more banks are going to try to get that SPDI banking to Wyoming? Okay. Tammy says that's tied to Ripple. Let me tell you, we got some smart people here. And so you understand, when Tammy Lynn talk, y'all better listen, because majority of the content we talk about, Tammy Lynn sends me in my my DM, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. She'll send me some on Twitter, and I'll go try to look it up, look up news, get some receipts for it, and depending on 4 or 5 stuff, that's what we'll put it together, and that's what we'll come out with. Even Canton, see Canton, that's the chat. The chat kept talking about Canton. The chat keeps talking about medalists. It's getting to a point where medalists is coming up so much, we'll probably have to do an episode on medalists. You guys, ladies and gentlemen, you will make the conversation. We talk about Flair because Madam President talks about Flair. Flair comes up a lot. We talk about Ando because Ando come out a lot. It's getting to a point where we're gonna have to start talking about Quant because Quant comes up a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all, ladies and gentlemen, dictate what we talk about on the chat. But anyway, it's Saturday. You can see the sun is down. Before I had the sun beaming in my face. You know what I'm saying? We've been in here so long that the sun went down on Easter. That sun was bouncing off the lake. Hey, that sun was bouncing off that lake right there, man. I'm looking at the ducks right now. You heard me? But yeah, man. Yeah, the medalists. You know what I'm saying? Everybody see that medalist that keeps coming up in the chat. So we're gonna have to go digging in there, and we're gonna do some stuff on that medalist. Chat want to talk about it, so we'll talk about it. That's what we do here at Dcryptofan. I'm here just to translate the news. I'm not telling you what to buy. I'll share with y'all what I buy, and that's only to let y'all know that, you know what I'm saying, I just to let you know that I'm in it too, that I feel it, and I'm buying because, you know, I know how tough it is, so I'll just share with y'all what I'm buying, share with my portfolio. But doesn't mean for you to go buy. I just want to be transparent as much as I can, because I would appreciate it if somebody would have been transparent with me when I first got into the game. Because these cats, these YouTubers, man, they'll go crazy in this. You follow them for a while, and then real quick, not even real quick, after a while, you'll find out, oh, this cat's really just trying to get views and get subscribers. And I know we all in it trying to get views and subscribers, but I think you could do it with being honest. I think you could do it just giving information straight up. I think you could do it. You could do that, and that's what I've been doing. It's been working. You know what I'm saying? I just come drop the knowledge. People come always ask me what my price prediction is. Like, you know, in my own mind, I'll have a timeline, but I had a timeline and that thing didn't work. So why I'm gonna tell y'all something that I don't know if it's gonna work? I had a timeline, but I was not expecting no Clarity Act. I didn't even know your boy there gave 130 million. It's still out. I stopped and said, why is this boy Brian Armstrong got such a voice that he got the Senate, the whole banking system, and then these guys is gonna stop a law for one dude? Then I found out that dude gave 130 million. I said, okay, I understand it now. 130 million make some people make some decisions. 130 million make people stop. I seen people, and let me tell you, where I grew up from, boy, they'll do work for you for less. Let me tell you, where I come from, people put work in for you for thousands. I'm telling you, where I come from, $10,000 will go a long way. They'll put some work in for you for 10,000, never less 125 million. Yeah, 130 million. Sorry, that he spent. But anyway, just want to put that in, man. Anyways, Dcryptofan, man. Well, all we do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn. No hype, no cap. And if this was a lot, I'm gonna replay this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna replay this tomorrow morning. I've been replaying a lot of our posts. I know I stopped doing it because it's a lot. Because what happens is it's hard to download these long, lengthy conversations that we do. But I'm gonna repost this so you guys can watch it because I know it's a lot of information, and I started reposting a lot of our information, our longer, deeper conversations, and I put them on YouTube. So you can watch them on YouTube for the long version one. Those are like the hour, 2 hour ones. If you want to get deeper and deeper into the conversation. And the same thing, like I'm on everywhere, at Dcryptofan. At Dcryptofan for Facebook, at Dcryptofan for IG, at the Dcryptofan for TikTok, at Dcryptofan for Facebook. Okay. If you see at Dcryptofan456, that's not me. At Dcryptofan _ that's not me. All those fake Dcryptofans. If you go look at my page right now, it should say at Dcryptofan, the handle at Dcryptofan. The same thing. If you go to my page, if you go to a page, it says at Dcryptofan, and the handle says at 12345 Dcryptofan fan. If it's not say at Dcryptofan name and at Dcryptofan handle, there's something wrong. You're no longer in Kansas, Dorothy. if it doesn't say Dcryptofan and at Dcryptofan, you're no longer in Kansas. And if it doesn't say 0 followers on that, meaning that I follow no one. I don't follow anyone. So if you see somebody says he's following 300 people, guess what, Dorothy? You are no longer in Kansas. Anyway, man, beautiful people. Have a great weekend. Just came on Saturday. I'm here with a swole foot. Took it out for time to talk to y'all. Saying conversation. Oh, guess what? The sun's coming back out, so it's still sunny there, man. So it's cool, man. It's a beautiful day, man. That lake is looking beautiful right now. We just chilling, man. So I see him come talk to my people, man. I'm gonna look at the X money. Okay, I'm gonna definitely take a look at it. Tammy Lynn always send me great stuff, man. Appreciate all the stuff that you send me, man. Solahan, hey, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate y'all. Hey, I'm happy y'all appreciate me coming on Saturday. I hope y'all guys appreciate the conversation. Obviously, you guys are here, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all appreciate our conversations on Saturday. I hope you appreciate our conversations all together, man. I like to do the studying. Tito's time late on tonight, Diamond Hands. Hey, Diamond Hands, late on tonight, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Late on tonight. Me and my gal, I'm taking her dancing, go listen to some reggae. You know what I'm saying? Go listen to some reggae, some old school reggae. Take her out there. She's been cooking up a storm this week. So yeah, I want to go ahead and numb yeah, the numb. Yeah, so yeah, go spend some time with her, listen to some reggae, man. Listen to that old school reggae, you know what I mean? As y'all see, I like the old school. I like the new stuff too. I really love the new stuff. Don't get me wrong. I love the new reggae and especially the Afro beats. Let me tell you, man. Oh man, them Afro beats are new. Oh man. I'm loving that stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love young people, the energy pause. I love the young people, the energy. I love how young people, move and that young energy of dancing, the vibe, that youthful feeling. I love that, man. I love to see young people enjoy themselves and do that type of stuff. And Afro beats brings a nice little vibe, and I love that Caribbean dancing. And then Afro beat brings it all together, like Caribbean hip hop, just like I love all that stuff. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna take my gal out tonight and take out tomorrow, and then in the morning, I'm gonna go chill with my daughter and grandson. So I'm gonna go to church with them. I said they was gonna come up here, and I said, you know what? Let me drive down there. I gotta drive down like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, but I tell you, I love grandson, and I want to make sure that I have a great relationship with my grandson. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know how life brings and things go. So at least you'll have memories. So yeah, man. I want to go out there and go chill with grandson, you know what I mean? Get time in with the boy. So I'm looking forward to that. So definitely want to do that real quick. So that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Spend that. I'm gonna go hang out with the gal again. Go take her out to go See what there's a couple of singers she want to see. She want to see Ashanti. She want to see some singers, so I'm gonna go take her out to go listen see some singers. You know what I'm saying? It's her weekend. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead with the swole ankle. With the swole ankle, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm hoping she ain't gonna make me walk all around the world. But you know what I'm saying? You live once, man. You gotta spend some money out here. You know what I'm saying? Spend a little bit. Anyway, man, it's Dcryptofan, man. It's the weekend, and I only get one weekend off. Oh yeah, that boy work hard. I get one weekend off a month. Yeah, just let y'all know, man. Yeah, your boy work hard, man. Your boy work hard. That's why I need this thing to go so I could cut out of here, man. All right. But anyway, it's Dcryptofan. Well, all we do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn. No hype, no cap, man. And y'all watch that episode I just did to this morning on the DTC if you want to understand how that quadrillion dollar works and how the paper crisis happened. I break down the 1960s, the 1976. I show you the receipts. On the episodes, there's more receipts. So if you want to see the actual receipts of what I'm talking about, you can go on TikTok. If you don't watch the long version and the detailed version, go on YouTube. I got to start more talking about YouTube. I don't talk about I don't cross all my social media the way I should because they all do have different content. So I know a lot of people want to see the replays over again and watch the lives. All the lives are on YouTube. You're not gonna see any live on TikTok. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't put the lives on TikTok. So if you want to see the detailed version and the lives replays, they are on YouTube. Like I say, at Dcryptofan for everything. At Dcryptofan on YouTube. And please watch out for the fake Dcryptofans. All right. Anyway, enjoy y'all weekend, man. I will see y'all Monday. I'm not gonna see y'all tomorrow. All right. Good night, y'all. Enjoy y'all weekend, man. Love the family. You already know. Nothing but love. Love y'all like cook food. Mañana, but not really mañana. I just say mañana tomorrow. It's going to be Monday. All right. See y'all Monday. Enjoy your night. Good night. Much love. What else it say? That chapel says, I'm gifting the 5 people in my inbox me privately. Y'all keep doing that stuff. Go inside this. Let me block you real quick so you don't come back. Let me throw a block party for you real quick so you don't come back. Put a block party. Yeah, I got your 5 right there. I got your 5 right there. Party. I thought we was gonna make it. I thought we was gonna make it all the way through. We had to do 2 blocks. We only had to do 2 blocks. Watch out for the people talking about. Hey, you gotta watch out for them talking about they're gonna send you something in your inbox. Somebody tell you they message them. Message them if you want. You're gonna be losing some money. Y'all gonna be like me, losing 54,000. Play around if you want. Lose that 54,000. Don't lose that 54,000. It ain't gonna look good. Keep listening to people talking about. Anybody talking about messaging, wallets. Don't do that. You're gonna be looking crazy. But I didn't think we was gonna make it without blocking anybody. That's wild. I thought we was just about to make it, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what time it was. I should have known. But anyway, it's Dcryptofan. I want to leave this on this note right here now. Just know if they're coming for you, talking about send messages. Listen here now. Y'all know what time it is. Ooh, y'all ready?
You a lesson to let you know that I'm not flipping. I'm a certified rapper and my name is ID. I'm capable of taking out any MC. I'm backing out, tripping with the word that I say. Oh, you soft MC, need to step on my way. Don't try me or deny me because I'm
Number 1. I get the job done. You know it's tough. I'm MC Shadi and everybody sing this song. Pa-da-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Action. Here's my part here. Here's my part. Party-a, 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 dee-a. Pa-da-pa-pa-pa. That's the block party song right there.
Once you get on the floor and start to dance, you know my devastated rhyme will put you in a trance. I will make you say, Shadi is deaf and
Step back.
I back on stage, I got on blank. You look, get wet up on the attack. Oh, you sucker MCs, you might as well confess. I can never be the best cause I'm funky
Fresh.
Cause everything I say,
You know it's tough. I'm MC Shadi.
and I gotta be tough.
Everybody sing this song. Ah. Anyway, man. Anyway, man, go enjoy y'all Saturday, man. Just left on that note, man. Y'all already know how that is. Hey, I'm in my B-boy stance. Hey, ball sensation say he's in his B-boy stance. Hey, y'all know about that old school stuff, right? Hey, that's that old school stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? It's old school. Hey, listen, man. That's the block party anthem right there. So when you even hear the first time we do the block party, that's the song that came up in my mind. That party up. MC Shy D, man. That song is 1984. Let's say, what is it, 84? Was it 86? I think it was 84. Anyway, I was 12 years old when that song came out. 12, 11 years old when that song came out. Just wanted to get into that. That's the block party. That's a block party anthem. So when you hear that song, you know we just blocked somebody. Anyway, it's Dcryptofan, where all we do is talk crypto, make it easy for you to learn. See y'all Monday, man. All right. Have a good night. Tammy Lynn, you already know. Hey, if you look at the story, I put that story for Tammy Lynn. We sang happy birthday. It was Tammy Lynn's birthday. So y'all just know it was Tammy Lynn's birthday just past Thursday. So make sure y'all give Tammy Lynn a happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to Tammy Lynn. Just turned 60. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? God bless you, Tammy Lynn. You know what I'm saying? With just her birthday. So give her a happy birthday shout out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't make it to 60, man. Hope I make it there, man. So yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. It's a blessing. A blessing indeed. That's an ill blessing. Happy birthday to you. Just wanted to say that. But anyway, we're gonna see y'all Monday. Mañana. Be safe out there. Dcryptofan. You already know. And this time for real. And I keep saying that don't go nowhere, but this time for real. I'm gonna see y'all Monday. Man, y'all, I can't even turn this thing off. Look at this. Even TikTok won't let me off of here. Look at it. Look at this thing. I don't know if that's the numb fingers or what the hell. Look at it. They won't even let me off of this thing. I think it's what it is the cold the cold drink. Wait a second. Look at that. Ain't that crazy? But anyway, see y'all mañana. I guess it's one way to do this right here. Okay, wait a second here. Shay, you this thing ain't close. This thing ain't want to close off. They want. Hey, TikTok won't let me off of this thing. Literally, I pressed the button. That thing is like, hey, we ain't let you off this thing here. Look at this thing. This thing ain't letting me off of here. What y'all want? There ain't nothing else to talk about. We talked about everything for the week. They want me to talk about the future. Literally. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, yo. Yeah, I've seen them try to take me out, but I never let see where they won't let me off. That's the wild one. That's the first time. Look at that. Take it off this way. All right. See y'all mañana. Look at that. Take it off this way. All right. See y'all mañana.